is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 5 on Good Morning Indiana, an Indiana state trooper is recovering after being shot during a standoff in Marion.
And the body of a missing Northwest Indiana woman was found inside an abandoned elementary school. Now 3 teens are in custody.
Riley Hospital is offering a new incentive program in the dialysis unit that's not only rewarding, but it teaches patients valuable life lessons. Our Kelsey Anderson is joining us live with more details. But first, here at 5 o'clock, we do want to welcome you into Good Morning Indiana. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. Meteorologist Todd Clausen joining us now. And Todd, you got an easy day coming off of the weekend when it comes to the weather.
Yeah, you know, today's easy, and then as we get towards Thanksgiving, you know, things are going to start to go downhill a little bit. No snow, though. We'll talk more about that coming up, but we are expecting rain and a lot of wind to head our way. But today is not one of those days. Today is going to be very nice across the area. We're starting off this morning with temperatures that are above freezing, at least in Indianapolis at 36 degrees. It's 38 in Greencastle, Bloomington at 41, as is Muncie, 38 in Tipton. So obviously you need the jacket, and you'll need the jacket almost every day this time of year, but we are not dealing with those real bitter cold temperatures or the need probably for the hat and gloves. We have skies that are mainly clear, just a few fair weather clouds here and there across the area. And today is by far the best weather day of the week. Enjoy the sunshine. You look back off to the west, and there's really not a whole lot going on, and that's the quiet weather we will enjoy for today and the first half of tomorrow before things start to go downhill a little bit as we head into Tuesday evening. So for today, we'll enjoy the sunshine, already close to 50 degrees by the noon hour, and then temperatures will continue to warm from that point forward. We should get up to right around 54 to 55 degrees for our high temperature. Our normal high this time of year is down to about 47 degrees. So it's an above normal day with sunshine. Can't beat that. More on the rain coming tomorrow, coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Todd, here is a look right now at your commute as you're coming in on the west side of town using I-74, taking that eastbound from State Road 39 all the way over to the I-465 ramps. It is a 15-minute drive. No delays there. That's traveling up to speed. Let's take a turn right now to the north side, I-465 and Keystone Avenue. Our INDOT traffic camera in that area where traffic is pretty quiet this morning. We'll continue to keep a close eye out for anything that might slow you down on your commute, and of course we'll keep you updated.
State police have identified the SWAT trooper injured during a standoff with an armed man in southern Indiana. Officials say Master Trooper Joseph Livers suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries to his lower left leg during a standoff. The incident happened early Saturday morning at a home on State Road 56 east of Madison in Jefferson County. Officials say Wade Rourke was inside the basement of the home when he began firing shots. One of those bullets went through a hole in the wall, striking Master Trooper Livers. Rourke eventually surrendered and was arrested.
One person is dead and another person is injured following a double shooting in Marion. This happened early Sunday morning, and police were called out to the home on the 4000 block of Wildener Drive. When officers arrived there, they found 2 people suffering from gunshot wounds. One victim later died. The other was flown to a hospital in Fort Wayne. Right now, it's still unclear what led to this shooting. The identities of those victims have not been released.
3 teenage boys are in custody this morning in connection to the death of a missing Northwest Indiana woman. 27-year-old Adriana Saucedo's body was found in an abandoned elementary school in Gary. Police say she met a 15-year-old boy on Facebook. Tuesday night, he and 2 other teens picked her up from her home in Portage. Investigators say once she was in the car, the teens shot her, then dumped her body at the school. So far, no charges have been filed.
At 5:03, it's a problem impacting girls and young women all across Indiana. School nurses can't keep up with the demand for tampons and pads needed to keep girls in class. But one Central Indiana school system is working to change that. Just this school year, the Perry Township School District has given students 1,200 feminine products. The district's director of nursing services says that those products come out of the same budget as all of their other clinic supplies, which stretches the budget. That's where the group Project Period steps in to help.
She learned of a problem that some of the schools downtown were having. They were getting other items donated, but not pads and tampons. So we decided to start our own nonprofit. We had no experience, but we knew that it was something that these girls needed. It's a bigger problem than anyone could ever imagine.
Coming up tonight on RTV6 News at 11, we'll take a closer look at this nonprofit that's making a difference in the lives of young girls. And we're going to dig deeper on this problem impacting Hoosier students all across our state.
A new incentive program in the dialysis unit at Riley Hospital for Children is rewarding its patients for staying within doctor's orders, all while teaching them valuable life skills. Our Kelsey Anderson joins us live this morning with more on this unique program. Kelsey, good morning.
Good morning, Meredith. So imagine being a kid, spending 12 hours of your week here at Riley, hooked up to a machine. You're missing out on schoolwork, you're missing out on field trips, and all the fun things kids should be doing, and instead you're here getting dialysis. And this new program that they've started by one of the teachers here at Riley is hoping to make more kids smile while they're here by rewarding them for doing the right thing. Kelly Clevenger started the Kidney Cash program in September of this year, and she says the kids earn the fake money by doing their homework, being nice to the nurses and to one another, and by staying within doctor's orders. She says in just a few short months that she's already seen an impact.
One of my 9th graders especially, he would avoid even looking at me sometimes, and he has been really motivated by Kidney Cash, and he's saving up for one of the big items.
With the money, the kids get to shop from the kidney cart, where they can buy things like candy, personal hygiene items, and even AirPods and Beats headphones. But it's not just about earning money and getting to spend it. Clevenger wants to make sure they are also learning important skills like how to write a check, how to balance that checkbook, and also learning how to save. It's coming up in the next half hour. Hear from one of the patients here at Riley who is loving the new Kidney Cash program. Reporting live, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
All right, thank you, Kelsey. The time now is 5:06 on this Monday morning. As you get going to start this short work week for you here across the area. You're getting going to decent weather here on this Monday, as we'll have plenty of sunshine once the sun comes up, and temperatures that will be in the 30s here throughout the course of your morning drive. So all is good in the weather department, at least here this morning. There's just a few fair weather clouds making their way through the area, as you can see here. And as we expand out, there's really nothing going on across the area for today. So a lot of you are probably thinking about your travel plans if you are traveling here in the coming days for Thanksgiving. And today we are in great shape. Temperatures will be climbing into the mid-50s for us. That puts us above normal. In fact, some of you down to the south, Bloomington, Bedford, Columbus, Seymour, you could be seeing your high temperatures getting close to maybe even 60 degrees later on this afternoon. But as we go forward in this forecast, the next 5 days, tomorrow rain chances really ramp up throughout the day. They're with us Wednesday morning. Thanksgiving Day at this point, though, looks to be dry before more rain chances come in Friday and eventually into the weekend. We'll talk about all these rain chances heading our way coming up in Maine weather in just a few minutes.
Todd, thank you. The cost of flying together as a family is reaching sky-high levels. Coming up, why Consumer Reports says this is a dangerous trend and what Congress is doing to fix the problem.
A new diet craze promises to keep you full throughout the day. Coming up, why some health experts are jumping on the souping bandwagon. And here's a live look right now at traffic north of downtown, I-65 and 30th Street. Traffic here is moving along up to speed. No major issues to slow you down on the interstates. We'll continue to keep a close eye out for any problems, and we'll keep you updated. We are back.
Weekdays from 4:30 to 7.
Welcome back. It's 5:10 on your Monday, and here's a live look on the east side, I-70 and Sherman Drive, where traffic is moving along just fine, both eastbound and westbound. No issues to slow you down.
If you're flying with the kids this holiday season, there are new rules and added fees you will want to know about. The standard fee for an unaccompanied minor has more than doubled in the past decade, raising from $200 to $300 depending on the airline. And it doesn't stop there. Most airlines are charging extra fees for families to sit together by requiring them to reserve seats in advance. Consumer Reports says this trend is not only expensive but can be dangerous if there's an in-flight emergency. Congress tried to fix the problem by passing a law in 2016, but according to Senator Chuck Schumer, there was no follow-through.
Here's the law. It's Public Law 114-190, and it says explicitly that separating families without their permission is against the law. But the airlines keep doing it because the Department of Transportation and the FAA have not put out regulations. They should do it ASAP.
Consumer Reports has reviewed more than 100 complaints to the Department of Transportation about this concern. They say if you do have a problem traveling with children, file a complaint with the Department of Transportation.
A business associate of Rudy Giuliani has handed over audio and video recordings as well as photos to the House Intelligence Committee. Lev Parnas says that he was told directly by the former Ukrainian prosecutor that Representative Devin Nunes had a meeting in Ukraine last year. Nunes is the top Republican on the House Intelligence Committee. Parnas also says that he worked to put Nunes in touch with Ukrainians who could help dig up dirt on Biden and Democrats. According to his lawyer, Parnas is willing to testify as long as he'll be safe from prosecution under the Fifth Amendment. Parnas is currently facing federal criminal campaign finance charges in New York.
Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is once again on the mend after being hospitalized this weekend. The 86-year-old was admitted to Johns Hopkins Hospital Friday night suffering from chills and a fever. Ginsburg was released from the hospital Sunday morning and is said to be doing well. The hospital trip came just days after Ginsburg returned to the bench after missing a day in court due to a stomach bug. A four-time cancer survivor, she had lengthy history of medical issues, but the justice says she plans to stay on the bench for as long as she can and do it full steam. It was a big night in Los Angeles as the American Music Awards honored artists by giving fans the ultimate vote, choosing their favorite musicians of the year.
ABC's Elena Gomez has a complete rundown of this star-studded night.
A night of big performances. The American Music Awards, where the winners are chosen by their fans.
It's the American Music Awards, baby!
Taking home the prize for pop or rock song, Halsey, Without Me.
Keep that magic alive.
And Best Rap or Hip Hop Song, Old Town Road by Lil Nas X, featuring Billy Ray Cyrus.
You're like 15, 30, 55 or whatever, and you feel like your moment has passed, to know that it's waiting for you.
And Carrie Underwood taking Best Country Album.
Thank you to the fans. Thank you so much.
There were first-time performers. Billie Eilish named New Artist of the Year.
I thank the fans because that's the only reason I'm even alive.
And AMA favorites back in a big way. But the big event of the night, Taylor Swift's performance. Commemorating her honor as Artist of the Decade.
All that matters to me is the memories that I have had with you guys, with you, the fans, over the years.
Rounding out the night,
Taylor Swift,
Artist of the Year.
Well, closing out the show, Shania Twain, who returned to the AMA stage for the first time in 16 years. We'll have much more on that show coming up later this morning on Good Morning America. Oh, Todd, I'm a big Shania Twain fan.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, so that's pretty cool.
That's right.
All right, what can we expect in the forecast today?
All is quiet in the forecast for the day today. We're getting this work week off to a nice start here weather-wise. You're not walking out. The temperatures that are too cold this morning. You notice a little bit of moisture out there, but otherwise we are in good shape with skies that are clear. The humidity is at 93%. That's why when I say you walk out, there's a little bit of moisture. Obviously, it's just suspended in the atmosphere, though. It's not falling from the sky. It's just a light wind out of the south at 8 miles per hour here this morning. So temperatures currently in the 30s and 40s anywhere you go. 40 from Martinsville down to Bloomington, 35 in Crawfordsville, 38 in Tipton, and 36 in Peru. So all these temperatures are above freezing. That is good news. Richmond at the freezing mark at 32 degrees. But yesterday morning, especially after the rain that we saw on Saturday, there were some slick spots on the roadways with refreezing. We warned you about that on Friday. Today, that is not an issue for us here, though, across the area. So you notice the skies are clear. The clouds have moved out and look back off to our west, and there's not a whole lot going on as of right now, and that is obviously good news. This is a big travel week as we lead into Thanksgiving. Things will start to go downhill as we work our way into Tuesday and especially Wednesday across not only central Indiana, but across the entire country. Keep that in mind if you have travel plans today, though. We are in great shape. Look at the sunshine here throughout the morning hours, 46 degrees by 11 a.m. We're into the 50s by the time we get to 1 o'clock hour, 51 degrees, 53 by 2 p.m. Our highs today should top off right around 55 between 3 and 4 o'clock, and then down to 52 degrees as we head into the 5 o'clock hour this evening. More of the same quiet weather for you. Temperatures do fall back down into the 40s, though, as we work our way throughout the remainder of the evening. Now, going forward, forward in this forecast, tomorrow starts off dry. We don't have any issues for your morning commute, but as we go throughout the day, rain chances will increase. Temperatures tomorrow still in the mid to upper 50s, so that's not an issue for us. It's relatively mild and above normal. But notice this white line. This is the wind speeds, and notice how it steadily progresses upward throughout the day. So as the rain comes in tomorrow, the wind will start to pick up. It becomes extremely windy Tuesday night into Wednesday morning for us. So there could certainly be some travel delays because of the wind, but we are on the warm side of things. So any travel here in central Indiana Tuesday or into the day on Wednesday, everything will be in the form of rain. That is the good news. And most of this rain, though, should be through the area by the time we get to Wednesday morning. So the heaviest of the rain is going to be overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, but the wind will stick with us throughout the day on Wednesday. Could see some gusts, maybe even up to 50 miles per hour. The National Weather Service contemplating maybe putting out a high wind warning, something that will be fine-tuned as we get closer. Thanksgiving Day itself, Lauren, pretty quiet, mostly cloudy skies and a temperature of 42.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. Here's a live look at traffic up on the northwest side, I-465 and 71st Street. Traffic here is moving along just fine this morning. No major issues to slow you down. So let's plan out your commute. Taking a look here at our Traffic Now map, your drive times on the west side, traveling in on I-70 eastbound from Ronald Reagan Parkway to I-65 in the downtown area at the South Split. It's a 12-minute commute, so no problems there. Let's take a turn to the north side, I-465 at US 31 Meridian Street, where traffic is moving along just fine this morning. Still pretty quiet for your Monday morning commute. Of course, we'll keep you updated on any issues.
An E. coli outbreak in 16 states, including Indiana, has the CDC urging people to check their romaine lettuce. Health officials say the tainted lettuce was grown in Salinas, California. All packages from the area have been recalled. So far, 28 people have been hospitalized, 5 of which have kidney failure. E. coli infections can take up to 10 days to develop and in some cases be life-threatening. Symptoms include nausea, vomiting, stomach cramps, and fever. You can find a complete list of the affected products on our app.
Adolescents across the globe are growing increasingly lazy. That's according to a new study by the World Health Organization, which says the trend is putting their health at risk for serious diseases. Researchers looked at data of 1.6 million 11 to 17-year-old students in 146 different countries. They found more than 80% don't meet the current recommendations of at least 1 hour of physical activity per day. The study also found that girls are less active than boys. By not exercising, researchers say adolescents are prone to weight gain and conditions that can develop later in life, like heart conditions.
If you want to get a jump start on your New Year's weight loss goals, there's a new trend worth trying out. It's called souping. Aside from giving us a healthy boost when we're sick, souping has become popular with people trying to shed a few pounds. So what's the slimming secret of soup? According to a professor of nutritional sciences at Penn State, binding water into food helps keep your stomach fuller for longer. And unlike juicing, soup can help stabilize blood sugar for more sustained energy. Plus, the water in soup adds weight and volume so you can have a satisfying amount without all those unwanted calories. I don't know, Lauren. I gotta chew my food, and a lot of soup has a lot of sodium in it.
I know. Probably depends on the type of soup.
Yeah.
Or how much cheese you put in it.
That too, yeah.
Okay, well, a would-be robber stopped by an 82-year-old woman. Coming up here, why she says the thief picked the wrong grandma to mess with.
I'd say so. Yeah. Coming up at 5:30, Metro Police want to remind you to keep your guns locked away this holiday season. Hear their message and a plea from a mother who lost her son in a tragic shooting accident.
And we're keeping a close eye on your roads as you kick off your work week. Here's a live look up on the northwest side. No problems on I-465 and West 71st Street. It's 5:21. We'll be right back.
The Black Friday event ends soon.
Here is a live look right now at traffic on I-69 near I-465. You can see we have some road construction on the ramp there, ongoing from the weekend. Ramp is still open, as you can see by that semi driving through, so that is good news. Just use caution as you travel on the northeast side.
An intruder in New York got the shock of his life when he tried to rob an older woman who could more than take care of herself. This is 82-year-old Willie Murphy. She says she was getting ready for bed when she heard a knock on her door. A man claiming to be her was asking her to call an ambulance. When she refused to let him in, which was the right thing to do, Murphy says that man became irate and broke down the door. What he didn't know is Murphy is an award-winning bodybuilder who works out almost daily.
I'm alone and I'm old, but guess what? I'm tough. I took that table and I went to working on him, and guess what? The table broke. When he's down, I'm jumping on him.
See, Willie didn't even need a gun when she has those guns. When officers arrived, the man was taken to the hospital, and Murphy was applauded by first responders. Now, for the record, Murphy says she can deadlift 225 pounds. Ooh. She hopes this story inspires people of all ages. Yes,
I love
Willie,
her.
yes.
That's so awesome. Well, this may just be the goodest girl there is. A dog in Canada was spotted keeping a group of abandoned kittens warm. Pet Wildlife Rescue shared these sweet pictures of the stray dog and the 5 kittens she was keeping warm during a snowy night with freezing temperatures. A passerby spotted the group and brought them to a rescue. The kittens have been taken in by a foster family until they're old enough to be adopted. The dog, now named Serenity, still watches over them during visits, and she'll be up for adoption next week. Oh, that's so cute.
Very cute little bunch there.
Yes. Okay, we want to bring in Todd Clausen right now. Talk about our forecast today. No freezing temperatures need to worry about here in central Indiana today. That's good news.
We're above freezing this morning, and it'll be pleasant this afternoon. Did you get your Christmas lights up yet outside?
No.
Oh,
Today's the day. Today's the day. Get out there and do it. And you as well. Maybe you have to rake some of those leaves in your yard as well. Do it before all the wind and the rain heads our way in the coming days. We're getting you off this morning to a quiet start with temperatures that are in the 30s and mainly clear skies. We'll stay in the 30s here through about the 9 o'clock hour. Then this afternoon, no, temperatures warm quickly. We're all into the mid to upper 50s here with plenty of sunshine. Today is the best day of the week weather-wise. We'll talk about the rest of them coming up in just a little bit.
Todd, thank you. Ahead on Good Morning Indiana, families of fallen officers are forced to bear the cost of funeral expenses for their loved ones while they're still grieving. But a new effort hopes to change that. Coming up at 6 o'clock, our Rafael Sanchez has the details.
Ace of Homes every Sunday morning at 11:30. This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
With all the celebrations and activities, gun safety is crucial during the holiday season. The one question one mother is urging you to ask before visiting someone's home.
And a Purdue student is dead after falling in an Alabama cave. What officials say caused that accident. But before we get to those top stories here on your Monday morning, we got to get a look at our forecast.
Yeah, and we are starting this week off on a really nice note. Meteorologist Todd Clausen is standing by with a check at what we can expect. Hey, Todd.
Yeah, we're getting off with lots of sunshine here once the sun does come up. So your morning checklist today does include the sunglasses here across the area. You'll need to have the jacket handy as well, and your outdoor workout is good to go. Do not need the umbrella, but don't tuck that too far away because you will need it here in the coming days. Temperatures as you start off this Monday are in the 30s and 40s, so not bad for this time of year. In fact, it's pretty seasonable. 41 in Bloomington, 36 right now in Indianapolis, 38 in Lafayette as well as Tipton. So the skies are clear currently across the area with just a few fair weather clouds, and that is just about it. And it's really quiet right now across much of the Midwest. That changes, though, in a big-time way starting tomorrow as a quick-moving storm system is going to come out of the southwest, and it's going to head in our direction, bringing rain into our forecast. So for today, it's the day to get outside and enjoy. Maybe go for a walk or a hike through a park here in central Indiana. Near 50 already by the noon hour. Then temperatures will continue to warm this afternoon to highs that'll be topping off right around 55 degrees. Lauren?
All right, Todd, thanks so much. We're keeping a close eye on the roads, especially this week as it's a holiday week. We have holiday travelers. Nothing too crazy expected for this Monday. If you're heading to the airport, you shouldn't have any problems here on the roads. This is I-70 near the airport ramps. You can see traffic is moving along up to speed in all directions. No issues to slow you down. So let's plan out your drive. Take a look here at our map. Heading southbound on I-65, starting up here in the Whitestown area, State Road 267, heading all the way down to the downtown area. I-70 at the North Split is a 20-minute drive right now, and that is normal, so everything is running up to speed. Let's take a turn over to the northeast side, I-465 and Binford Boulevard. Traffic is moving along just fine here as well. No major crashes or issues to slow down your commute.
With the holiday season upon us, families are sure to gather and celebrate, but at the same time, Metro Police want you to have a safe holiday season. They're encouraging people in this video they just released to lock up their guns and put them away safely out of children's reach. We also talked to one mother who is urging people to ask friends and family if their guns are properly put away in their home. Candace Cole dropped off her kids at a babysitter's house when her 4-year-old son found the babysitter's gun and accidentally shot and killed himself. Cole now says she wishes she had asked that one question.
I would rather be uncomfortable during a 5-minute conversation than have to wake up every day knowing that I'm supposed to have 2 kids and I have 1. I'm supposed to have a brother and a sister who are growing up together, and instead I have a sister who lays on her bed and cries holding a picture of her and her brother.
According to Be Smart with Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America, 90% of accidental shootings happen in a home setting.
At 5:33, a Purdue student has died after falling into a Alabama cave. The 21-year-old Trevor Cole was exploring the Valhalla Cave in Jackson County with 4 other Purdue students. That group was attempting to rappel a 200-foot drop into the pit. Authorities say that Cole was tying a couple of the ropes there to avoid a knot when his equipment failed him. It took emergency crews there about 4 hours to get Cole's body out. All of the students had permits from the Southeastern Cave Conservancy to enter Valhalla. No other students were hurt.
Police are still looking for the person who left vulgar graffiti on the entryway of a Hamilton County neighborhood. The neighborhood is located at 104th and Brooks Park Avenue, just east of Geist Reservoir. The vandals used bright spray paint to put a vulgar drawing and crude message on the sign. We spotted the graffiti this weekend and contacted Fishers Police. Police are not sure how long the graffiti has been there and are trying to find out who is responsible.
More Indiana lawmakers are voicing support for raising the state's legal age to buy tobacco and vaping products. House Speaker Brian Bosma said that he'd like to see the age raised from 18 to 21. Most of his colleagues in the House Republican caucus agree with him. Bosma had previously blocked raising the age, saying 18-year-olds can serve in the military, vote, and buy guns. But now Bosma says he's changing his mind, and that's because the armed services and veterans groups support the age change. Bosma also notes the increase in youth vaping-related deaths and illnesses. Lawmakers are also pushing to raise taxes on tobacco products in an effort to curb use.
Officials say nearly 20,000 pounds of narcotics were seized last year in 12 Midwestern states, including Indiana. U.S. Customs and Border Protection announced the Chicago field office in charge of those states had the highest number of narcotic seizures of any field office. More than 15,000 packages were seized at ports of entry. The top narcotics found were ecstasy, prescription drugs, and marijuana. Federal officials say smugglers are often creative when shipping drugs. Some have been found in rolls of cheese, stuffed animals, and tombstones.
It is 5:35. A new incentive program in the dialysis unit for Riley Hospital for Children is rewarding patients and also teaching them some valuable life lessons. Our Kelsey Anderson is joining us live this morning with more details on this incentive program. Kelsey, good morning.
Good morning, Lauren. So those kids that are here at Riley in the dialysis unit, they spend 12 hours a week here at Riley. That means that they're missing out on field trips, school, family activities, and different things like that. And they're hoping that this Kidney Cash program will bring a smile to their faces while they're here.
All right, Mr. D'Anthony, how much cash do you have?
D'Anthony Knighton is a 4th grader, and he spends 4 hours a visit, 3 days a week, here in this bed, getting his dialysis treatment. And the new Kidney Cash program at Riley is something that makes him smile while he's here.
You get to make money.
And how do you make money?
By working and do schoolwork.
They're missing school, they're missing field trips. So I just wanted something they can look forward to, they have ownership over it, and then also just the life skill portion to that.
Kelly Clevenger teaches for the Riley School program, and she says the kids earn money by bringing their schoolwork, being nice to one another, and staying within doctor's orders.
56, 57, 58.
$58 of Kidney Cash.
Then, of course, they get to spend it.
Now it's time to shop. Are you ready?
Yeah!
Check out the kidney cart.
But the Kidney Cash program isn't all fun and games. Clevenger also wants it to teach them life skills.
How to budget and keep a checkbook. Do I want to shop for instant gratification or do I want to save?
Every time they earn money, they have to deposit it into their Kidney Cash bank accounts, which for them is done the old-fashioned way, on a checkbook ledger, and write a check
There you go.
for the purchase. But it's not just checks and balances. They also have to pay bills.
Some of them don't appreciate this, but they do have to pay rent once a month, $50.
Since starting the program in September, Clevenger says she's seen a positive impact on the kids.
One of my 9th graders especially, he would avoid even looking at me sometimes, and he has been really motivated by Kidney Cash, and he's saving up for one of the big items.
The items currently on the Kidney Cash cart were donated through the Regions Bank grant that Clevenger got, but she says you can also help if you can give a money donation or donate items for the cart. All you have to do is call the Riley Foundation and mention the Kidney Cart program. Reporting live, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
What a great program. Thank you, Kelsey. A holiday tradition is back open for the season in Noblesville. The Ice Plaza at Federal Hill Commons opened this weekend for ice skating. The temporary ice rink with real ice will stay open until January 6th. Instead of offering sessions, the Ice Plaza allows skaters to enjoy the ice for as long as they want. The ice rink is closed today and tomorrow, but opens back up on Wednesday at 5 p.m. It's also closed on Thanksgiving. All right, Todd, and today it actually might be a little warm to ice skate, dare I say it.
You know, you're aggressive enough, you probably work up a sweat there, especially if you're bundled up a little bit, but it'll be a beautiful day to get outside and enjoy the sunshine. In fact, today's the best day of the week, so kids get off to school this morning, no issues. 38 degrees, mainly clear as the kids come home from school. Temperatures will be in the mid-50s, so it's a nice day for us. Above normal temperatures, 55 degrees. As we expand out here, and I show you the whole country, because obviously many of you may be traveling, it's not too bad right now across the country. There's not a whole lot going on. This will change very, very quickly as we work our way into the coming days. There's a big storm just offshore in the northwest. It's going to quickly make its way across the country. So as we head into our forecast tomorrow, our rain chances tomorrow will really ramp up as the day goes on. It gets off to a pretty dry start with just a hit or miss shower, but it becomes very wet Tuesday night. It becomes very windy as well. We'll talk all about it in Maine weather coming up in just a few minutes.
Todd, thank you. The U.S.'s top Navy official is being forced to resign. Coming up, why Pentagon officials say he mishandled the war crimes case against a Navy SEAL.
And some prehistoric creatures are set to invade the Circle City. Just after the break, we have your chance to see Jurassic World live at Bankers Life Fieldhouse.
And here's a live look on the northwest side. Your commute at this hour on I-465 near West 56th Street. Lots of headlights out that way. Traffic starting to pick up on this Monday morning. We'll keep a close eye on it and keep you updated. Stick around. We'll be right back.
The #1 brand for light bladder leaks.
A big shakeup at the Pentagon. The top Navy official forced to resign over the way he handled the war crimes case of Navy SEAL Eddie Gallagher. Navy Secretary Richard Spencer is accused of going behind his boss's back after President Trump intervened in the case. ABC's Adrian Bankert has more.
This morning, Navy Secretary Richard Spencer is out of a job, forced out over the handling of the war crimes case involving Navy SEAL Eddie Gallagher. Defense Secretary Mark Esper saying in a statement, "I have determined that Secretary Spencer no longer has my confidence to continue in his position." Gallagher was acquitted by a military court of war crimes in the killing of a teenage ISIS prisoner in Iraq, but was convicted for illegally posing with the teen's corpse. He was then demoted in rank, sparking a controversy pitting the Trump administration against the U.S. Navy. The president intervened in the case last week, ordering the Navy to promote Gallagher back to his rank, restoring his pay and pension.
You know, I just want to retire peacefully with all the honors that I've earned, get back to my family.
The president then publicly slammed the Navy for launching a review that could have stripped the decorated veteran of his status as a Navy SEAL with this tweet: "The Navy will not be taking away Warfighter and Navy SEAL Eddie Gallagher's Trident pin. This case was handled very badly from the beginning. Get back to business." But Navy Secretary Richard Spencer responded by saying he does not consider tweets an order. In a lengthy letter to the president, Spencer said he could not in good conscience obey an order that he believed violated the sacred oath he took. Defense Secretary Esper says he fired Spencer for going around him in dealing with the Gallagher issue. Esper says he, quote, lost trust and confidence in him regarding his lack of candor over conversations with the White House. Senator Chuck Schumer says Spencer got a raw deal.
I believe he did the right thing. He should be proud. Good order, morale, and discipline in the armed services have to transcend politics, and Spencer stood for that.
Gallagher will now retire November 30th with the Trident pin that identifies him as a SEAL. Adrienne Bankert, ABC News, New York.
It is 5:45. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg has officially announced that he's joining the already crowded Democratic presidential race. He made that anticipated announcement on Twitter saying, quote, I'm running for president to defeat Donald Trump and rebuild America, end quote. Bloomberg goes on to say that his experience in business and government are valuable assets and will enable him to win. He's already dropped more than $37 million on a TV ad campaign, the largest of the 2020 election cycle so far. President Trump's campaign is seemingly not concerned with Bloomberg's entry, saying they can keep adding names, but, quote, no one beats Trump.
Check this out. A pilot had to be rescued after a small plane ended up crashing into power lines and got tangled hanging upside down. The plane got stuck in the lines near Minneapolis. Crews de-energized the power lines and got the 65-year-old pilot down safely. Officials say he's lucky to be able to walk away without any injuries. The FAA is now investigating the crash.
Weather could stop the iconic balloons from appearing in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade this year. Officials say windy conditions are expected on Thursday, and city rules say balloons cannot fly if there are wind gusts of more than 34 miles per hour. Right now, the forecast calls for the wind gusts to exceed those regulations. Officials will have to monitor the wind conditions and decide whether to allow the balloons to be flown. The restrictions were put in place back in 1997 after the Cat in the Hat balloon injured 4 people due to strong winds. Hopefully they'll be able to fly, Todd. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on the winds.
You know, we're going to have the wind that they're expecting on Thanksgiving Day, Tuesday into Wednesday. So it hits us first, and then eventually that storm system makes its way to the East Coast. More on that coming up here in just a minute. So stick with us. 35 right now in Greenfield, 38 in Greencastle, 41 in Bloomington. Temperatures, they're not bad. It's pretty seasonable for this time of year. And skies, they are mainly clear. And as we work our way throughout the day today, we'll have a good amount of sunshine. Today's the best weather day of the week with temperatures that'll be climbing into the mid-50s. Our normal high this time of year now is down to 47. So we're going to be probably almost about 5 to 10 degrees above normal across most of the area this afternoon with the sunshine, so you can get out there and enjoy. Now, it's pretty quiet right now all across central Indiana, just a few fair weather clouds. We expand out, and the weather pattern is fairly quiet across much of the Midwest. Just some rain showers making their way through parts of the Dakotas. Things will change pretty quickly here going forward in this forecast. So today's a good opportunity, maybe before all the wind starts to arrive in central Indiana, to get out and clean up some of the leaves that you have in your yard still. Temperatures this evening will be in the 40s once we get past sunset, so even then it's not all that bad. Now, as we work our way into tomorrow morning, temperatures are still in the 30s and 40s, so we're in good shape there. No threat of any freezing weather, but as we go throughout the day tomorrow, rain chances are going to start to ramp up as the wind starts to pick up. So we get back into the mid to upper 50s tomorrow, so any precipitation we see is going to be in the form of all rain. The morning commute should be okay. From 2 o'clock onward, though, we'll start to bring rain chances into the forecast. Let me go over to TrueCast for you. This is tomorrow. As we work our way through the noon hour, still mainly dry, then some spotty showers start to develop Tuesday afternoon. Nothing all that heavy tomorrow, but once we work our way into the late evening and then overnight hours heading into Wednesday morning, this is when the heaviest of the rain comes through. In fact, as this front comes through overnight into early Wednesday morning, could even be a few rumbles of thunder here across the area. Not completely out of the question. And with this front will come some very, very strong winds. So while you may hear some rumbles of thunder, the thunderstorms themselves not going to be severe. However, the wind, though, will be an issue as we go throughout the course of the day on Wednesday, even after most of the precipitation makes its way out of the area. And look at some of these wind gusts that are forecasted heading into Wednesday. Even early Wednesday morning, some wind gusts about 40 to even 50 miles per hour. And then they stay in that ballpark even into the evening hours before they start to subside. So winds this strong definitely could take down some tree limbs here across the area. It could definitely disrupt air travel across the area. When it's really windy, they have to space out the planes a little bit more. And then going forward throughout the rest of the forecast, there's the storm system that brings us the rain and the wind. And then there's another one off to our west. That is going to be a player as we work our way into the weekend after Thanksgiving. So it's a very active 7-day planning forecast. Today is quiet. Thanksgiving Day itself is quiet at 42 degrees, but sandwiched in between that, a windy, wet day Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then potentially rain on Saturday, and then falling temperatures and range changing to snow as we head into Sunday as you come home from that Thanksgiving holiday.
All right, Todd, thank you. We're keeping a close eye on traffic this morning. Let's take a look up here to the northeast as you're traveling southbound on I-69. No problems here between State Road 38 and I-465. Southbound drivers, you can expect a 17-minute drive, so everything there is traveling smoothly. But a heads up as you're traveling northbound on I-69 this morning, we have some road work blocking the ramp, the off-ramp here to State Road 9, so plan ahead if that's part of your commute this morning. Let's take a turn to the downtown area, I-65 and I-70 at the south split. Traffic is moving along just fine in all directions here. We'll continue to keep a close eye out for any crashes or delays, and of course, we will keep you updated.
A fitness class in Colorado is helping people with Parkinson's by teaching them boxing. The class is specifically for patients with the disease. They do various boxing combinations while calling out each move. The exercise helps them improve their physical and mental strength.
Boxing aspect of it has really helped with coordination, balance, footwork.
Experts say the movements help reinforce connections in the brain that might have been weakened by the disease. The 1-hour class is free to patients with Parkinson's and their loved ones. And once again, here locally, we have Rocksteady Boxing, which offers a very similar program. A baby seal was found in a parking garage. How firefighters rescued this little pup and, of course, had a photo shoot to go along with it.
And listen up, we're giving away a family 4-pack of tickets to the Jurassic World live tour when it rolls into Indy. The big show is set for Sunday, December 8th at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. All you have to do is be the 6th caller right now. Your number to call is 317-269-1459. If you don't win, be sure to keep watching because we'll be giving away more tickets a little later this morning. Good luck. It's 5:52. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Store prices at Ross. Yes for less.
A baby seal is safe after being found in a California parking garage. Fire officials were called after residents found Santos the seal in Redwood City. The young northern fur seal was taken to the fire station where it posed for these cute pictures before taking a nap. Members from the Marine Mammal Center picked up Santos and took it to a nearby marine hospital. The staff says the seal pup is in good shape and will later be released. What a cute way to start off our week.
Have you ever seen a seal on a leash?
No, I have not.
There you
Is
go.
this the start of a joke?
No, I just thought it was funny. Very cute, though.
Yeah, it's awfully cute. All right, Todd. And we will be clapping our fins.
Flippers.
We'll be
Flippers for the forecast today.
Yeah, for the forecast today. Today's probably the best weather day of the week simply because we're above normal and we have plenty of sunshine in the forecast. In between today and at the end of the week, there's a lot of weather to talk about, and we'll do that in the next half hour. But this morning, as you walk out the door, temperatures are in the 30s and 40s, so not bad. Our normal low this time of year is 31, so it's above normal to start. It'll be above normal to finish. Radar is nice and quiet. We're on our way up to a high of 55 later on this afternoon with partly cloudy skies. We'll talk more about the rain and the wind heading our way. Again, coming up in the 6 o'clock hour. The time now, though, is 5:56. Stay with us. We'll be right back.